Listen to it purr. Oh, the sound, I love it. To me, it's always a great smell sitting here by an engine on a tractor. You smell the diesel fuel. Just kind of a unique smell. I'll shut the tractor off so you guys can hear what I'm doing. We're getting ready to go to the other farm again. We got to load up with some beans, but I noticed the tires on the cart when it's full, just a little bit squishy, so I'm going to put in 5 pounds or so in each tire just to make sure we're in good shape. Oh, let's see. Then I probably got a tire gauge. I don't know if it works for sure, but we're going to try it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And I don't think it works. Got to kind of guess a little bit because I don't think we got a tire gauge over here that works. I'll go look again. We'll see if we can find a tire gauge. You guys remember the old Teflon? Well, I'm finding Teflon, but kind of sore back in there, and then next time we'll be like, why didn't somebody throw that away? Daddy Cornstar, it was you that was looking. Well, I think we're gonna have to just put some air in the tires, not go over crazy, but a little better than being squishy going down the road. Actually, it's not really good what we've been doing lately, and I think we all do it, and it's probably not the smartest. You're really not supposed to keep these carts full at night with beans or corn on them. But as you guys seen lately, I've been going over to the other farm, filling it up with beans, and then I park it in the machine shed at night so it's ready for the next day. We've always kind of done that with these carts. Really not the best thing on tires, but that's what's happening. I think we'll call her quits. Get a tire gauge from home later and double check them. Just parked the cart here full of beans and starting to sprinkle a little bit. And at first I was a little bit worried about it, but then I thought, you know what? The beans are super dry. If we pick up even 2/10 of an inch of rain on the beans, it's not gonna hurt a thing. They're gonna go on the truck here pretty soon, and it would actually pick up weight. I'm joking on that. You do not want rain like 2/10 on the beans. It would make them swell up, get real spongy, and it would probably stick a lot in the truck, and the processor would not be happy with wet, sticky, mushy beans. So I'm gonna look at the weather here in a minute, and if we have to put them inside, we will, but the other truck should be back pretty soon. I was just looking at this downspout. The truck, Natalie, that's hauling some beans right now for us. She's got really tall stacks on her truck. I think she'll be fine there, but to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and raise it up a little more. I'm sure she can go underneath there, but it's better to be safe than like, oh, I knew it and I didn't do it. We had one truck run into it once and had to replace one sheet up there, and it's not fun, so take care of it while we're thinking of it. All right, let's take a moment, crank that up there. Whoa, what was that? What was that? I mean, a hoot, a holler attack, heart attack. All right, there we go. Should be good, should be good. It's that time of year, it's springtime, grass is starting to grow, and as you guys are probably like me, you care about your yard, you take a lot of pride in it. Thanks to Sunday, we can make our yards look beautiful. One thing I like about Sunday product is the ingredients in it are things that we can pronounce. You know, we got pets that run around our yards. This is pet friendly, easy directions how to use it. The nice thing is when you do your own stuff at home, you don't have to pay them big dollars to companies to come in and spray stuff. You can pick the needs for your yard. As you guys can kind of see here, this is probably where a bunch of snow sat here all winter, packed the grass down. It's very thin. We can concentrate on the thin areas, get them nice and green with Sunday's fertilizer, whatever we need, but you can actually go in there, customize what you need for your yard, because your yard might be totally different than your neighbor's yard. You do have the choices when you go through what works best for your yard. You can use the granulars or you can use liquids. There's all kinds of choices, so you can pick what's best for your yard. If you guys are ready to give your yard the care that it deserves, check out my link in the description down below to get 30% off of your first custom lawn plan with code Cornstar30. The big exhaust or whatever you want to call it, the chrome pipes on some of these semis. I love the looks of them. I love the looks of them. I really do. The hard thing is, for us on our farm, we don't really haul any tall trailers where we really need to get the exhaust up and over stuff. So I like the lower ones. So when we're running the grain carts and stuff, we don't actually accidentally bump them. But we have enough tall trucks come in here that it's something we know to kind of watch for and to be careful on. But if it's something you're not used to being around, then you better be paying attention, because boy, you knock one of them pipes off of somebody's truck, they're not going to be too happy. We just got Natalie filled up with beans. She's kind of getting out of the wind. There's a breeze blowing through here. She didn't want the tarp to catch, so she's going up there protecting the wind. She's going to roll her tarp quick, which it looks like it might be stuck. So we'll act like we didn't see anything, but no, we'll go help her here in a second, make sure she gets that. But I just wanted to check in here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Starting to get down there. Probably 7 loads in here maybe. Let's go make sure Natalie gets covered up all right. Looks like she's getting it now. You can see how the wind is kind of affecting it. Guaranteed to work now? Pay attention guys, she might fall off. Natalie just started taking some loads out of here yesterday, and I'm amazed. She backs all the way up the driveway, all the way along this building, and backs underneath the auger. Pretty impressive. Let's go home and eat some dinner now. I'm hungry.
Darcy Goosen from Alberta, Canada, yeah.
I was just looking your truck over and I was like, that looked pretty nice staying here, but I seen it came from Canada. Well, it sounds like Steven.
Yeah, what's
well, Daddy Cornstar.
Oh, yes.
I guess I should fill you guys in quick before I just continued on, but the 2 gentlemen I was just visiting with, they brought down some really neat high-tech equipment that we got that we're going to be using, and they want to make sure we know how to use it. This thing here is the tire grabber. I think I did a little filming on that yesterday or something with Cooper and Zach running that. This machine here will be able to push a button and hydraulic lifts up underneath our big sprayers to raise them up to work on the wheels, change whatever you need to do, work on your equipment. This thing will raise up to 30,000 pounds. We'll be getting some more on that, but I gotta keep moving here. I gotta run over and load up our grain vac with beans because Natalie's gonna be coming back pretty soon to load up a load of corn tonight, and we don't want to hold them up. You guys want to talk toothbrushes, combs? I was just listening to an article on the way over here on the radio talking about how many people they've interviewed that don't brush their teeth. Come to find out, there's a lot of people in this world, I guess, that don't brush their teeth. That kind of surprised me. Honestly, it surprised me a lot. How can a person not want to brush your teeth when you're around people, talking to people? But I don't know where they did this interview yet either, so I don't know. Things we listen to sometimes on the radio. I'll have to see if I can get a video of this later, but I went ahead and set Mr. Oliver up on the grain vac. We're starting to take beans out of the bin here, cleaning the floor. Probably 1,500 bushels left maybe in there. Cart's full. We're gonna take the tractor back to the farm, and I don't think we'll be loading beans tonight, but we will be putting corn on Natalie later. So I'll get this back home. I gotta look at the wind, meaning looking at the weather, because they're talking windy tomorrow. I need to see what time it's coming in, because if it's windy too early, I really don't want to put this in the machine shed and not be able to get the doors open. Looks like we are going to put the cart with the beans in tonight. They're talking slight chance of rain. If they stay outside, that means 100% chance of rain. If we put them inside, it won't rain. But I don't want to chance a load of wet beans. Hopefully she remembers about her tall exhaust pipes. She made it. I was sweating there for a minute. I thought she was going to catch her auger and boom, take her pipe down. It would have made for good footage, but not for a very good trip home with a bent pipe. This is a nice rig. I've actually had a neighbor text me today. Hey, whose rig is that?
Hello!
nice and clean.
So it's going really too slow on the gravel. We're ready to roll.
Ha! Ha! This is why my right arm's stronger than my left arm. We're back to loading up trucks. Let's get the ball rolling. Here I was making fun of getting dust on her truck. It's all coming on me. There she goes. I have a little time. We just filled up Natalie with a load of corn. So I figured since we got time, I'm a Cornstar. She won't be home for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer some more corn out of the bin to replace the load we just took. And then that way tomorrow I'm not running around with my head cut off trying to get this all taken care of. The wind's starting to pick up. I don't know how good you guys can see in here. We probably have maybe 6,000 bushels of corn left in here, maybe a little bit more. This sweep here that's bringing the corn in, it doesn't make it as dusty in here, but I still putting on a face mask because there's still corn dust. I'll show you how I clean up behind the sweep. We keep got her done. We're gonna unplug the sweep. Talking a little wind tomorrow, so we better make sure we buckle everything up. Look, it's everything's shutting off already. Tell you what, you get these rubber bands around your ears, kind of smart a little bit. We're getting closer to getting rid of all the corn and beans. It's kind of a good feeling, but it's kind of a sad feeling all in one. It's good to get it gone, everything ready for the new harvest, new crop, but then it's sad because that's all the rest of the paycheck quits for the year till harvest. So we hope the bills don't come in too fast, or hopefully we stay ahead of the game. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting hungry for some supper. It's about 6:30 and 6:30 p.m. Mama Cornstar is going to bring home supper tonight. Sounds like it's just me and her tonight for a while. The kids are going to be out kind of late, so I'm going to go home, get showered up. So when Mama Cornstar comes home, I'll be clean, be ready to eat. We can sit down and visit, and kind of looking forward to that. Time to go home and eat.